Why in Panama?
What does my character look like? What
does my character look like?
Frankie, do you remember how you animated Wally and Damon and us talking?
I don't. I'm gonna carve this pumpkin. See ya.
Why are you carving a pumpkin at 9 o'clock at night? Why do you never do anything at the right time?
Yeah, cunt. You better stay, bitch.
Just put the pumpkin away. Do it at a good time. Your old fat parents are already asleep.
Agent called you old and fat, and you're already asleep. They say. Alright, I'm gonna carve this pumpkin now, idiot.
Well,
no,
that's stupid.
Don't come back.
You want to know how to carve a fucking pumpkin? First you thought I couldn't get any more orange in this room, huh? I can always get more orange. First you gotta set up all your goddamn newspapers. We're gonna be in here now because it's too echoey. First most important part of pumpkin carving is today I came equipped with orange pumpkin knives. See? Can always get more orange. Make sure to lay down the newspaper in an orderly fashion so you don't get guts all over your nice new carpet. Unfold the newspaper so it covers more area. And this is the most important aspect of your carving. And alright, once you got your shirt off, you're gonna want to put the pumpkin on the newspaper. You're going to want to grab one of the larger detailing knives because you're going to want to break through that tough outer layer, that thick skull of the pumpkin. These things, they're tough. They're not grown. They're grown to not be stabbed. I mean, they've adapted to their environment. You're going to want to check for blemishes because that's their weak spot. Here's a classic blemish that you'll find on your average, everyday, ordinary, friendly neighborhood pumpkin. You're going to want to completely avoid that blemish because that thing is as tough as steel. First cut is probably the most important cut because it's the one that... It's the most important cut. Don't cut towards your wrist like I just did because then people will think you're an emo who listens to My Chemical Romance only. You don't want to be an emo bitch in this world. Then Wally will say that you're a hipster. Don't want Wally calling you a hipster because his opinion matters more than anyone else's. Alright, I just completed my first circular cut. This is probably the most important part of carving a pumpkin. As you can see, there's stuff inside. That's pretty common for most pumpkins. Now everyone's going to tell you that you're going to need to use a spoon, but I am telling you that you don't need to use a spoon. You got to use your hands because this pumpkin juice, it adds years to your life. But you are going to want to cut this bullshit off right here. Alright, so here we go. First die, probably the most important part of carving a pumpkin. Alright, so you're going to want to use your spoon. Scoop out all of that stuff, because that's not good for you. Alright, once you get all that vile garbage out of this pumpkin, then comes the most important part. You don't want to mess this part up, because if you mess this up, people will think that you are a child who carved this pumpkin. And pumpkin carving is not for children. You need to impress people with your pumpkin carving. You can't have someone come to your front lawn on Halloween night and say, wow, that's whoever carved that pumpkin. It's probably a cute little boy wearing a Scooby-Doo costume to the neighbor's house and walking around town tonight. They have to know the person who carved this pumpkin is out partying, smoking weed, and drinking alcohol. Because that means you're cool. Now, just because you're a cool, weed-smoking, alcohol-drinking partier on Halloween doesn't mean you can't have a little help when carving your pumpkin. So there's no shame in using a stencil or drawing your lines before you cut. There's no shame. So I'm going to get myself a stencil. I don't want to show what I'm carving yet because I want it to be a surprise. And you'll be very surprised, I promise. Alright, so I got my template here. I'm not going to show you just yet. You're going to have to wait until the end to see final product. It'll be in the pumpkin.
Are you ready to be spooked?
It's Wally. Now that you finished carving your Wally pumpkin, it's time for the most important part of this whole process is the cleanup. And to do that, you're going to need one of these. The garbage bag. You're going to scoop it right up with all the newspaper. If any little stragglies flew off, just throw them right back on the newspaper. Look at that, the carpet's perfectly clean. You don't need to spend any more of your precious bagel money on the fucking carpet. God damn it!